This is Matthew Cratter from Bitcoin University. Today I want to answer the question, can Bitcoin be copied? And the answer to that question is yes. In fact, it's very easy to copy Bitcoin. All you need to do is copy paste the code from the GitHub right here, which I'll put in a link in the description notes below so all of you can make your own Bitcoin. Feel free to tweak a few things while you're at it in order to make your new Bitcoin extra special, maybe add some bells and whistles, and you're done. You're basically the next Satoshi. Next up, I want to teach you how to create your own TikTok. You basically just copy paste the open source software code from here, TikTok clone open source. Good news, you now have your own social media network and you're also a billionaire. Do you like basketball? Today's your lucky day. Here's how to create your own NBA. You just basically copy paste the rules for basketball with one small tweak. I'd consider adding donkeys to the game. This looks like a fun game, donkey basketball, and it's sure to catch on. I'll put a link to the Wikipedia article as well in case you want to make your own donkey basketball. If you're enjoying this video so far, I just ask you to help to support the channel. Hit the subscribe button, leave this video a like, a comment, and a share. Next up, do you think English is a good language, but also think that you could do a bit better? Well, it's actually easy to copy English. You just copy paste the Oxford English Dictionary. You change a few words or add your own meanings to words. You make up a few new rules about syntax and how to conjugate verbs, and you now have your own personal version of English. Now that you have your own copied versions of Bitcoin, TikTok, basketball, and English, you're ready to rule the world. There's just one small catch. It's a pretty small one. You just first need to recruit some users. This is, of course, because a language with one speaker is worthless, a social media network with one user is worthless, a game with one player is worthless, and money with one user is worthless. You need a network of users in order for this to work. For your new version of Bitcoin, you'll first need to recruit some miners. The miners and the mining pools are spread all around the world, and they're currently bringing in annual mining revenue of approximately $14 billion. So in order to get them to come over and mine on your new blockchain, you're going to need to tempt them with a bit more than $14 billion, I would imagine. But that's not that much money these days. Also, the hash rate is quite high on the Bitcoin network. It's going to be a bit difficult to get there, but assuming you can come up with more than $14 billion in annual revenue for the miners, you should be able to get the hash rate to the same security level that it is for Bitcoin. Next, you're going to need to recruit some people to run Bitcoin nodes that use your new special forked software. I'm sorry, but I'm actually not going to run it. I own BTC, and I'm running a node to protect and verify this investment. Maybe give me a free airdrop of your new BTC. I'd be happy to take it and dump it for some more real BTC, which is what's been happening over the past few years. This is what happened to the fork of Bitcoin called Bcash, and this is what happened to the fork of Bcash called BSV. They're all trending towards zero against BTC, but maybe you'll be luckier than these people were. You just need to find a lot of people all around the world, introduce them to your coin, have them become economic actors, and run nodes. Currently 19,000 reachable nodes in the Bitcoin network. So here's the conclusion. Obviously, this has been done sort of tongue-in-cheek. Anyone can copy-paste Bitcoin's code, but no one can copy-paste Bitcoin's network effects. The miners, the nodes, the hodlers, the exchanges, the wallets, the global brand and recognition, all the different Bitcoin companies that are building on Bitcoin. You can spin up 1 million nodes and run them to create your own artificial Bitcoin network of nodes, but no one's going to care. It's just like making up 1 million fake accounts for your new fake copy of TikTok. There'll be no real social activity there and no real economic activity. It'll just be you pretending to interact with yourself on your social network, and your fork of Bitcoin is likely to turn out exactly the same. No one will care about it. Bitcoin already has a 15-year head start on every other crypto. Bitcoin already has a market cap of over $1 trillion US. If you think your new coin's going to be able to catch up, how many years until BlackRock packages up your quote-unquote new better Bitcoin into an ETF? When is your new coin going to get its own El Salvador, its own Bitcoin jungle, its own Bitcoin island, etc.? Bitcoin is the apex predator of assets. Every other asset is trending to zero against Bitcoin. All your other cryptos, your stocks, your bonds, your gold, your real estate, even your eggs are trending to zero against Bitcoin, as the Fed points out over at the Fred website. This is a chart of the average price of a dozen grade A eggs, and it's been trending to zero against Bitcoin as long as the Fed has been keeping track of this. Bitcoin is the world's best money. It has no real competitors. It's trouncing all fiat currencies globally, and Bitcoin, as we said already, is $1 trillion asset. It's headed to being a $100 trillion asset and beyond. If you can't beat them, you might as well join them. So I'd encourage anyone who doesn't own Bitcoin yet, do your research, and I think you'll want to hop on the Bitcoin balloon as well. And it's something I think you should do before it's too late. Bitcoin's going to take you places you've never dreamed of before, and you can just buy BTC. You don't have to go to all that trouble of copy pasting your own Bitcoin, which will never work. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the subscribe and like buttons. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I publish my next video, and let me know your questions and comments in the comment section below. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.